Today on the show, I'm talking about visual representation of who you're actually becoming, because your body follows your brain's leadership. Did you know that? Your body actually can't heal itself until your brain believes its truth. Today, I'm going to share with you this creative tool that's going to have you doubling your recovery odds. Sis, tune on in today and bring a notebook and pen because you are going to love this one, friend. Here we go. Hey girl, welcome to the Her Best Self podcast. I'm Lindsay Nickel, former competitive figure skater and perfectionist, turned God-led imperfect boy mom and digital CEO. If you find yourself constantly thinking about food and wondering if you'll wake up one day free from the obsessive thoughts and behaviors controlling your life, then I've created this podcast for you because I know exactly what it's like to be a downright hot mess trapped in a destructive cycle of disordered eating. I finally found freedom, and you can too, girlfriend. So if you're ready to heal your relationship with food and body and break the chains of control and show up in your best health, then grab your favorite Tarjay journal and let's get to it so you can start living your best life as your best self. How is this year going for you? I have so many questions, and I would love for you to hop on over to our private Facebook community, Hope and Healing for Eating Disorder Recovery. If you're not a member of that space, why not? This is your year. This is your year to heal this unhealthy relationship that you have with yourself, your body, and food controlling your life. And there are other ladies out there just like you that are ready to come alongside you and help you show up. And in today's episode, I want to talk about showing up for you. I want to talk about a creative tool that you can use that will have you doubling the chances of your recovery odds. I say that because a recent TD Bank survey in Forbes talks about visualization. And this new survey shows that people who visualize their goals are twice as confident that they'll achieve them than those who don't. What does this mean? Well, what's even more astounding is that 82% of people who used a vision board reported having accomplished over half of their goals. And I know vision boards can have a bad rap. They can have a bad taste. They can have a bad flavor, but your body follows your brain's leadership. And if you're reminded of all that you're not, if you're constantly reminded with that voice inside of your head telling you that you shouldn't have the treat, that you shouldn't have the lunch, that you're not allowed permission to eat the thing, then it's time. It's time to remind yourself of who's in charge here. Remind yourself of where you're headed this year. This is going to leave you less room for past and less room for the desire to be perfect. A vision board, it's a mood board, it's an action board, it's a journey board, and today we're talking about the best self board. This is what I personally believe is a creative way to fill your tank up, to fill your new year. Maybe it's already gone off to a weird start. Maybe you're kind of like, I don't know. I'm still doing the same thing, expecting different results. Well, this creative tool is going to help you change that. It's not too late. We're just getting started, sis. This vision board, this best self board, is going to be filled with images, words, symbols, quotes that you inspire to and that motivate you. Because data visualization, it actually scientifically plays into your brain's strengths. And it helps you absorb and act, acquiring to get more information. There's no right way to do a best self board. And so today I'm going to talk with you about how the board itself is going to be what you want it to be. You can create your own vision board simply by using a cork board and getting a poster board, or you can do it online. You can go to Pinterest. You can create different boards on Pinterest that help inspire you. There's no wrong way. So don't let perfection keep you from action. This board is going to be all about where you're headed in your recovery, not where you're coming from, not all of the sticky stuff, not all of the things that you regret or the shame or all of those negative emotions. This vision board is going to be who you want to become, your best self. This board creates hope, and it's going to allow you to envision change in your life. It's going to reinforce what is actually achievable, what is actually possible, what is actually positive change. And it's going to get your creative juices flowing and allow you to escape the overwhelm of your eating disorder. I want you to think about SMART goals here. I want these to be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and extremely timely. And so when you're thinking about setting up your board for success, or you're starting to wonder if this could help you get your creative juices flowing, it will. This will give you actually something fun to do that doesn't revolve around food, and maybe you can get your kids involved or a friend, but it's going to give you this opportunity to allow you to set attainable goals for where you're headed in recovery, which is so very important, especially on the hard days, especially on the days where you want to quit, on the days where you want to throw in the towel, on the days where it feels like your eating disorder is taking over your mind and your life. The truth is, you don't just wake up recovered. You have to actually believe. You have to believe that it could be possible in your life. And then you have to put in the work day by day, little by little, to invest in yourself and to show you that you are so worth it. You are so worth it. So it's time to stop living on the sidelines, looking around at everyone else, comparing your life to everyone else, and then wondering why you're stuck in yours. This best self board is going to allow your brain to flow and to dream and to be, and it's going to bring into reality that your freedom is yours. I want you to be able to look at this board for inspiration and strength when you have a bad day, reminding yourself you have accomplished much and that you are putting your healing journey first. You know, I think back on my recovery and my journey, and I was such a people pleaser, and I still fight that today in life. I wanted everyone around me to be okay. So much so, I always put myself last. I was always the last to eat. I was always the last to actually get my needs met. I was always the last. In fact, I put everyone around me first, and I didn't care about my own self until I was forced to. And maybe you're there right now. But what I want you to hear today is that if you continue down that path of putting everyone else first, and you putting you and your recovery last, you're not going to be able to actually put those in your life first, because your health will push you into a place where you're no longer able to care for the people that you love. So in order to get out of that, in order to feel like you're actually able to control the things in your life that aren't controlling you all the time, and that you're actually able to pour into those in your circle and those closest to you, you have to prioritize you. Sis, this is the year of you being number one. That's not selfish. That's actually needed. So very needed, especially if you've been putting yourself last or even putting your eating disorder first for so many years. This is going to help you. And this exercise is not to be triggering at all. So when you think about a vision board and you think about your teenage days, or maybe you've done a vision board before, I just remember cutting out, like from Vogue magazine, all of the girls that I wanted to look like. And that is not what we're talking about today. We're not putting magazine -2 waist sizes on our vision board of where we want to be next year. We are putting things on our vision board that are going to help propel us forward and out of this disordered, unhealthy relationship with food, and of course that culture continues to force down our throats. So how to make yours? There are a couple things that can help you in this process, in this exercise. For one, if you remember episode 103, I talked about my word, how to help you find your word. And you can actually use your word as a theme to set up your board. Maybe your word is surrender. What does that mean to you? What would it look like to actually surrender this unhealthy relationship with disordered eating? Think about your word for the year and revisit episode 103 for inspiration to set a theme for your best self board. Also, you can use your best self statement to frame up the foundation of this experience. If you don't know much about the best self statement, I encourage you to come out to our Hope and Healing for Eating Disorder Recovery community, because I have the Her Best Self Statement posted so that you can do that exercise right there in the group. And you can go on out to episode 65 to do a refresher. The best is yet to come. A simple, intuitive reflection to help provide clarity for when you're feeling stuck. You can use both your word for the year that's going to set up this theme for your vision board, and you can also use your best self statement to frame up the foundation of where you're headed. Also ask yourself some questions when you're thinking about what would even go on this vision board. Well, what motivates you? What is recovery to you? What does it actually look like to be recovered? When you look at those around you that you aspire to be in their relationship with food, what does that mean for you? What are some of your values, some things that you hold true to your heart? And what is going to motivate you to get you to the other side? And then another episode to challenge you and to really set you up for success is episode 105 on the podcast, Dream Bigger, Darling. Break the chains of Ed this new year. You can go on out and you can really listen to that one because I talk about who you're becoming. And in order to help heal years of an unhealthy relationship with yourself, we have to start shedding that version of us and grasping on to a new identity. And yeah, that can truly be scary. Neuroscientist Dr. Tara Swart explains that looking at images on a vision board primes the brain to grasp opportunities that may otherwise get totally unnoticed. And this is because the brain has a process called value tagging, which imprints important things into your subconscious and funnels out other things that become less valuable to you. So the brain actually assigns a higher value to images and a collection of what you hold as the most important things for you. And then it funnels out other information. And so it looks for those of importance, those things that are extremely valuable to you. It looks for those more, and they make up more space in your life, and your brain and your body actually follow. And vision boarding does work to support this process. It works to support your future because your brain actually sees little difference between something that really does happen and something that you strongly imagine is truth. Think about the distortion of this disorder. Think about where it started for you. Maybe it was, I want to lose 10 pounds. That's what it was for me. Then I tried all the diets and I realized I got really good at it and I could control myself and I could feel more empowering and I could live off of being starved and I felt superior. And then it became a secret. All of that was distortion by distortion. And what I valued is what my brain chose to find, cling to, and continue to focus on. Vision boarding, it works in a way that is going to get your brain prepared for what is to be for you. Actually imagining yourself recovered leads to recovery. Why? Because when you try something new, there is normal fear around it and the body has anxiety around it. There is a stress response that actually elevates your cortisol levels and adrenaline in your body. But when you envision over and over in your mind of who you are, even if you're fearful of it, when you look at this board, when you look at where you want to go, when you think about your best self statement, when you start dreaming bigger, that recovery is yours, did you know that your brain no longer sees these things as new situations? It's prepped, it's ready, and it's scientific truth that it aspires to become and do those things that you have envisioned in your mind over and over. Of course, you actually do have to do the thing, but this creative exercise is going to help boost positive motivation to get you to do the thing. Sis, your body follows your brain's leadership. It's not the other way around. Your body wants to heal. It's your brain you have to convince. Your body wants its set point. Your body wants to keep you here on this planet and for you to thrive versus survive. It wants to stop restricting itself. It wants you to start eating more normally. It wants you to develop a healthy relationship with you. You don't have to love you. You can learn to like you. You can learn to like you so much that you have an empowering wave come over you that this is not my life anymore. This is not it. I'm going to allow healing to begin. I'm going to put myself first this year because You deserve it. Sis, you deserve it more than any other thing because you're worthy of it. I hope that this message has inspired you to go do your own best self board. I want to see yours. I want to see the result. What are those things that motivate you? What are those quotes? When you think about yourself as a child, before you had this unhealthy relationship with yourself and your body and food, what did you love doing? What did you enjoy experiencing? And where are you headed? Where are you headed? If you could wake up tomorrow without this nagging, debilitating disorder, who would you be? And if you don't know the answer, what don't you want to be any longer? Start this creative process. Get these juices flowing. Maybe you just need to brain dump on a white piece of paper all the things that inspire you, motivate you, and can set yourself up for success this year in your recovery journey. I want to see it. Come on out, share your vision board with me at our Hope and Healing for Eating Disorder Recovery community. And don't forget, you can send me a personal email too, because I would love to see your board. info@lindsaynickel.com. And I have one slot left for coaching this season. Sister, does that slot have your name on it? I can't wait to help a lady experience joy, freedom, truth, and to really take courage in her heart and life that recovery is possible for her. She just has to put one foot in front of the other. Sis, if that's you today and you just need some accountability, one foot in front of the other to get you doing the thing, to get you applying the action that's going to give you recovery as a result, then come on out and fill out a client application at lindsaynickel.com. All right, sister, I'll see you real soon. Bye for now. Oh, friend, thank you so much for letting me share what was on my heart today. My hope for this podcast is to help more women find freedom from food and body. If this has empowered or blessed you, let me know. I'd be honored for your rating and review of my show, and I'd love to connect with you in my private Facebook community. You really can move from perfection to purpose. Let's break the chains together. I'll help navigate the way. Until next time, bye for now, girl.